Okay, so right now we have a purpose to check the total number of the order over time. So what is this means? If we want to check the trend for the orders for each month. So that means you have to calculate all the summation for each month. Like this one, it should be 2010 December, right? 2011 January. So first you have to sum up all the orders for the same month. So that's the purpose for our first product analytics. 好，我们现在先要去做产品分析。So we have to show how what is the trend for the orders for each month. Okay, so for Python source code, they provide a resample function for trend for the time series trend. It can to resample your data by months. Okay, so you may to see the documentation for pandas. This function is provided by pandas. Okay, PD pandas data frame reshape. So it tells us this function is a convenient method for frequency conversions and resampling the time series to based on different unit. For today's examples, we would like to resample with each month. Okay, so let us first to check the format for invoice date. Here you can check the each invoice date for the DF2 dataset with the year, month, day, and with the time for the invoice date. For the first 5 rows, you may see the order is in the same date, right? 2010 December 1st, 12月1号. Okay, so we have to sum up all the months in the same months, the data with same months. Invoice numbers. So how many invoice numbers? How many orders for DF2 data set? So there are more than 20,000, 超过了2万笔的 invoice numbers, right? And unique. What is unique? Like this one. So for the first 5 rows, they are in the same invoice numbers. 这边的 invoice numbers 是一样的，对不对？ So what is this data set mean? It keep all the rows, each rows for each product. So maybe for one order, they may have several products, more than one order, more than one product. So that's why you may see a duplicate invoice numbers, right? So with unique function, you can to check the unique orders numbers. So you can, it shows there are only 20,000 orders for all the 540,000，虽然是有54万笔的资料，对不对啊？虽然是54万笔的资料，但是怎么样呢？只有2万笔的订单 ，right？啊，这代表大概每一笔订单。So you may use to divide by 2,000, 20,000. So it here shows each orders. The average product is 26 product for each orders. 啊，所以说一笔的订单大概通常订的是26项的商品。That's why the order unique invoice number is only 20,000. Okay, not this one. 541,000不是54万笔的订单哦，然后只有2万笔的订单。那每一笔订单呢，大概都平均是26个项目啊，这样知道吧？就像你们去超级市场买东西，不可能只买1项嘛，一个推车里面，对不对？买个10项、20项的 ，OK。Okay, so let us to check how to use the resample. Okay. First, we use this one, set index. Basically, for original data set, the index for the data set is indexed by 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Original index 啊，最基础的这个index，所以呢，它是从0开始啊。Continue variables, but you can change the index. So we use set index by using invoice date. So we replace the invoice date. So we replace this one with replace original index 0 with the invoice date as index 啊，我们用这个本来原先是用0、1、2、3当我们的 index 啊索引的，我们现在用 date，OK， 好，用 date 来取代我们的 index。So that's why we use this one, set index, okay, with this column name, invoice date. Later you will check. Okay, so the invoice date is this one. Okay, and then to check this invoice number. So how many unique for each month? So let's the function for resample. So the M, it means months. So it to subgroup by months. Okay, so here you get the result. How many months for the result? 13. So for the day, the periods for this transaction is from 2010 December, okay, all the way to 2011 December, or November, sorry, December, November, 12月啊，所以说一共是13个月。 And we use this function to sum up with the same months as December, November 的全部加在一起 okay, to unique. So how many orders in each month? So it tells you for the 2010 November, so it only 1,629 orders for this month. That's why they use the last day for November. 好，这边可以试试看 ，OK？ 好，你们看一看。Okay, it's very easy for us to use resample this function to calculate the order for each month. 看到没有？我们现在有50多万笔的资料，我们就用一个指令就把它13个月的分别的订单数加总起来了。Okay, so we use resample to recalculate the orders for each month. And we save the data with monthly order DF. 看到没？ Okay, so you can see the value for the monthly order DF dot value. The value for each month is a data set for an array. Okay, here you can see the index for the monthly order DF. It tells you the index. So for the type for the data set we just created is a series numbers, 是一个序列的 data set. Okay, it's time for us to draw the trend for the orders for each month. 好，这边我解释一下哈。Okay, it's time for us to draw the diagram for the orders for each month, the trend for each month. Okay, so we announce AX to use the value to draw, okay? The value, this one. The orders for each month. Use this series, okay? 13 numbers to plot. Plot is XY plot, scaled XY 的散布图。And to with a grid 有网格的 size of the diagram. The data, the name for XX, for YX, also with the title for our diagram. And show, Okay. Okay, here we get the trend for each month, the orders for each month. 好，你们先做一下，这个是我们第一个 homework。